it out, put you hands on. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. His throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped it for almost no gain.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
That one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target, and the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about, that allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league. And big people always end up winning games for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Colts had 5-9 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll find Everett there, complete. He's got room at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. That one goes for 24 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leaders usually closer to 5,000.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Colts 3. Dustin Hopkins will kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Etienne up the middle. To the 43, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Etienne once more. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
Sure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Here's Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Colts 3.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got an open man, that's Campbell. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Again, it's Love.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw now. Here's Love.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert off of play action. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was. Possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Herbert now.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Love looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Love throwing for it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Fair catch. Negative 25 yards. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10 is Spiller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. Herbert back to the air. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion
is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. We're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll roll him out right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving.
Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to Mike Williams. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McKinney, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Love now. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big